All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everyone? How are you? All right, we're gonna start out with some road to the show today. So let's get started. What's up, King? How are you? Oh, we got a boost activated for 3 games for plate vision.
Just blocks from the Capitol building, we welcome you to Nationals Park tonight. Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals.
7-3, so we're starting out pretty good. Starting out the season pretty solid.
First pitch is coming up. Matt Moore, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark,
Matt Moore
he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
Yeah, now the Atlanta number 4.
Alrighty, here we go.
Lewis, as he'll
We're already up by 1. Top of the first.
A ball and no strikes. So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2 and.
I think they need to tweak how you earn these gains, because they seem like they're really on the slow side of things.
This homestand, they split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 at this homestand.
2-0.
The 2-0 pitch. Takes a
Oh, ooh, that was a good pitch.
corner. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Row, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always.
Kind of worked on my player's face a little bit last night.
Irritates players and pitchers.
Here we go, 2-1.
A few glares, not only.
Oh, ooh, that was a good play. Good pitch, I mean.
As well, he needs to be a little bit more.
See, I lose a game for my contact just because I missed a swing. Come on.
And he throws a nasty changeup away. Is the mindset to tell yourself
That should be like
go in and out all day long?
at the end of your at-bat. Your results should be tallied at that point. Not like if you miss a swing, you automatically lose a game. That's kind of crazy.
Wait for your pitch up there.
Froze him for
Oh,
3, and that retires.
beautiful curve.
Braves get a couple of hits. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Derek Lewis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
There we go.
To the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far.
All right, you got to throw me something.
Now a circle change, but he takes it low, ball 2.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here.
2-0.
In there to give him a pitch to swing at.
Should I go power swing now? It's to my advantage.
2-0. Finds the zones.
Oh, come on up. But I got a plate discipline game for that. I guess it takes into account if it was really a ball or a strike, even though the ump called it a strike. It kind of makes sense.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
Time for
Play
the
discipline.
attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
And he will take.
Like right here, my plate discipline, I should get like a +2 or 3 for that, because I drew a walk. That would encourage people to be more patient at the plate if you knew you would get more plate discipline gains a lot quicker. But for some reason they don't get that to you. I don't know why. You only get 1 for drawing a walk. You should get at least 2 for drawing a walk.
Out in his only trip to the plate.
Just my opinion, of course.
Pull it up right here. Hey, come on now. One time. Right here. Come on, big guy. See it up. Drive it right back up the box. Let's go.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up.
New Jersey's in game for better player locks.
To give credit to him on the mound for not letting that previous pitch get to him.
What do you mean? Like just putting them in like some of the newer jerseys on the player lock videos? Is that what you're talking about?
Back with another good pitch and gets the punch.
Andrelton Simmons.
In now is Andrelton Simmons. He's 0 for 1.
Andrelton.
Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Got me though.
Striding in now for the Nats, Ryan Zimmerman. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Oh yeah, definitely for the expos, man. Like I'm gonna do like when I do another Vladimir Guerrero one, I'm gonna definitely put him in the expos uni.
Lewis going back to the track.
I mean, I would think about doing Bryce Harper, but I mean he never was an expo, so it'd be kind of awkward looking.
Digging in to try it again, Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis. Hey, see it. Rip it. There you go. Here we go. Right now. Come on, guys.
All right, 2 on, 2 outs.
Here we go, baby.
He's set and the pitch. Good breaking ball that time.
That's a good pitch.
Strike.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Tries to sweep the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Upton at second, Inglet at first, 2 out in the inning. And it's 1-2.
Oh, good one.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now.
So he's pitching me everywhere.
Was able to find
I feel like sometimes the computer knows where your PCI is held and they throw it in the
1-2.
opposite location.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul.
So I don't think he's going to go that way. I'm going to put it inside. I think he's going to come inside.
Looking for the punch out and the offering.
Nope. So that was easy to judge right there.
Now.
this kind of hitter right here. We call this guy a grinder. What are a grinder?
I wish they would let you know really what the plus is indicative of, like in terms of how much it moves up your meter.
Every pitcher's
All right, here we go. Come on.
It's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
A little late on that swing.
Hey, come on now.
He's staying outside though.
Fouled off.
Dang.
4-2 our score here.
I know what I'm doing. When I swing, I keep pushing down on the analog stick for some reason.
Hey, nice and patient. Get your fit.
Swing and a flare hit toward right.
Drop.
Coming on.
Oh, come on.
Brings it in. And on a fantastic play.
Why do I get a minus contact versus lefties
Look at the
when I had that was a deep at bat?
two men on the base paths. Don't go in.
That should have never been a negative game for that at bat, with as many pitches as I made him throw.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Lewis has a beat on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Ready for another shot.
All right, 244 batting average right now.
0 for 2 thus far.
All right.
He's set. Here it comes. And it's
Ooh.
away.
There's no way that was a four-seamer. Hold on.
Lewis is carrying.
Okay, they said he threw a four-seamer, but the way that ball tailed in towards me,
Matty, this is one of the best offensive forces in the sport. Not only an amazing batting average, but does it in a variety of different ways with damage.
Hold on. Ooh, up. Wish I could move the ump out the way. Let's see this pitch, because it definitely had some tail towards me. See, look at it. See, look, and then watch it turn back in. I need to, let me see if I can get myself on the ball. All right, let's see if I can get it from this angle. See, look how it tailed back towards me. The four-seamer doesn't do that. Oh well, whatever.
Get out of here, Brave. Come on, big guy. See it? Drive it right here.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Lim, 30 years of age. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, man.
All right.
3 dates: the time you get called up,
2-1
arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start.
Okay.
The arbitration.
So this would be a 5-pitch at bat.
Some real dollars in this game.
Here you go.
Full count.
6 pitch.
3-2.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late.
Like at this point, 6 pitches in, I should not get a negative contact or power for anything, just because of the discipline that I've shown. Woo.
And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fast.
Especially if you're fouling pitches off.
Nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
Look at that. Look at that trick. Okay.
The next 3-2 is a call.
Oh, are you kidding me? You think got a negative plate discipline for that.
Ran to the plate, Cameron Maben.
It's crazy.
Time through was a base hit. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Lewis is in pursuit. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning.
Okay.
So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. And tonight,
that was quick.
7-3. The Washington Nationals took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Matt Moore takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. So that's a wrap for us here. It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Derek Holland starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, thanks. Coming on is Derek Holland, also known as the Dutch Oven. Early on his career, he looked like he was bound to be a Cy Young Award winner. Good fastball, 92 to 94 miles an hour.
Drop.
He throws for strikes. His changeup has gotten better. Derek Holland, if he's on early, you're going to see a lot of swings and misses on his fastball that usually has really good late life to it.
And now here's the starting 9 for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, I'm excited to watch Justin Upton right now. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hand.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here.
Easy money. All right, we got to get a hit.
For his 2nd at-bat, Derek Lewis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Shouldn't have swung at that one.
The count. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Now here's the pitch. And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
Lime Hunter, remember you? The name definitely does sound familiar.
When you've got a nice goose egg on your leg, it's tough to
Ooh, barely touched that one.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped.
How have you been?
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
And good patience to hold back on the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him...
Oh, look at all those pitches over there.
But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
No, that was...
This here is he's
helped him out.
So it's 2 up, 2 down.
Why?
Good pitch. Right here.
Digging in once again, Derek Lewis. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He can put 3 runs on the board in a hurry.
How's the real life Braves? Well, we lost a heartbreaker extra inning game last night.
They can.
And that misses
against the Rockies.
2 balls and no.
What's up, Dylan?
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now.
I'm not sure what our record is. I need to
2-0. Here it is.
check.
Knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1.
Hey, get a good one up there, huh?
Put a good swing on it. Here we go.
The 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's...
Oh, my God.
Two runs, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Atlanta line score.
Emperor asks, how did I get to the major so fast? This is my carryover save from MLB The Show 17.
Foul ball.
Yeah, it's a grind this year if you're starting with a fresh character, which I do have one. But yeah.
The 2-2 one more time.
No.
Did he hold up in time?
What?
Down and no, he went around. It's strike 3. No runs, a hit.
Yeah, this is my save from last year's game, which it kind of sucks bringing a character over with the new archetype system, because if your character was was really high in a lot of different stats and that doesn't fit in the archetype, you automatically lose stats. No matter how well you perform in the game, you'll start to lose stats. You'll just start regressing. So it's like you can hit 2 home runs, a triple in one game, and like your power may just regress just because of the archetype that you chose.
Bases are empty.
Because I think I chose solid, whatever the archetype was, solid something.
No offer on that.
Let me see. Does it show? Does it show which one I selected? I don't think it shows the type of character. Wait a minute. Does it do right here? No, but mine is like solid option or solid something. Yeah, it doesn't show what archetype I chose.
2 balls
on the screens. Hey, what's up, Jock? A little late on that one. So he's kind of pitching me up, though. And the moment I say that, he throws one kind of low. So he's thrown 3 fastballs and a changeup. I got a feeling he's going to come with an off-speed pitch.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt.
I couldn't touch it.
And the throw to first.
I'm doing horrible this game.
The second out. Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. So far, 2 for 3 in this one.
I mean, the only thing that, like, in this year's game, Road to the Show, that is kind of good is that
moving under it, Lewis.
I think they're aiming to try to make you have realistic stats. So
gone in order. Score.
Whereas you could have these outrageous batting averages and home runs.
Stepping in for the Braves.
I guess they didn't like that, which is like, why does it even matter to them?
Last time.
And I'm talking about Sony San Diego, the people who make the game. Because this Road to the Show, you should be able to play it how you want to play it.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
But I think they wanted players to be more realistic and lifelike in terms of what they do in the game. So that's why they have these archetype systems, and I think they retooled the hitting a little bit to where you're not just getting base hits and stuff all the time.
This one off.
Because I do think the game took certain liberties in last year's game, and all the previous year's games, where it would kind of help you out and give you base hits.
Takes a pass,
But in this one, it's not as
Don't kid yourself.
not as forgiving, and especially when you're trying to stream and talk at the same time, you're not
Swinging strike.
focused as much.
Golden sombrero.
Makes it even more difficult.
set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a strikeout here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget.
Yeah, I think I struck out like 3 times that game.
Today,
Never do that kind of stuff.
claims the win out of the pen, his first.
Yeah, Phoenix edits. It's a very, very nice looking game, and it plays a very good game of baseball on the field. Plate discipline went down. You can see, look at all this stuff that's regressing, because it just there's my archetype up at the top left, solid option. Because when I looked at the solid option, the type of, it was like all the way around pretty decent, like not excelling in any one particular stat, but just all around a good player. And that's kind of how my character was already built anyway. So my character model looks almost like a real player, man. Like, let's see. Go to league leaders. Let me see if I can find myself real quick on one of these stats. So this is, so if you look at my player stats, see, look at my pie chart. Like, I'm extremely balanced all the way around. Like, I'm not excelling too high in any one particular stat, but I'm balanced all the way around. So I kind of chose an archetype for us bringing for my import from MLB The Show 17. I chose an archetype that was similar to how my character was already built. So that's what that is. Do I like this game better than last year's? There are some things I like about it, but there's a lot that I'd rather have and I prefer in last year's game. I don't really play Diamond Dynasty or anything, all these other modes. I'm strictly a roll to the show, you know, play now, player lock type of person. A little bit of franchise. I like the way they made franchise mode, where it's a little more interesting to, well, understanding to do certain things at certain deadlines. But as far as adding stuff into the game, the mode itself, they didn't really do anything with it. Some of these changes in Road to the Show, I don't like with the like stuff like this. So what would I like to train? If I choose batting cage, I can either choose to increase my cap, which my cap goes up to 99, or I can choose to increase the stats. Like, to me, this just seems like just artificial fluff just to try to make it feel like you're really making meaningful decisions. It doesn't really make sense. Like, I guess in theory, just always go to increase your cap whenever you can, because just through basic gameplay, you're going to increase your stats if you do well. So I'm just gonna go for the cap. And then you get this little generic screen right here. Look at the background. Solid white background, a little animation, and all of a sudden, wow, your stats are increased. It's so exciting. What's up, Turkey? So, but I mean, I like the camera angles and when you player lock and Roll to the Show in last year's game better. Because if you notice in this game, when you're player locking or playing Roll to the Show, the camera is always focused behind your player, and you never really see where the ball is in play. So you don't know if you should try to go for an extra base or stay where you are. You have to hold down R1 for the camera to track the ball, which was the default camera in last year's game. So it's kind of weird, like they made these changes.
Field in Chicago.
And that's the problem with Sony San Diego. When they make changes to this game, they force you to play that way. They don't even give you an option to go back to play how you wanted to play in last year's game. Like if you wanted to use a camera or a feature that was in the last game, they just remove them. And it's like, nope, you're going to play this way and this way only.
Nod for the Cubs in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Like, even with the fisheye camera, I like the fisheye batting camera, to be honest. I use that one. But even when they introduced that, they made that the default, not the traditional camera that they've had in for years. It's almost like they just try to force you to play that way. All right, here we go.
Here in the bottom half of the
We're going to try to do better hitting at the plate this time, fellas. So I'm going to have to focus a little bit more when I'm up to bat.
Lewis is in his tracks now.
See, I don't like this. Like,
One down.
I can't even look up at the sky at the ball. And you guys know I say this a lot anyway, on almost on every stream or in several videos. I love the fielding, outfielding camera in.
Hit over 320 last year.
Look at that picture art. That looks horrible.
They knew.
I like the fielding art. I mean the fielding camera in MLB The Show 15 the best.
Impressive hitter.
Whenever there was a fly ball hit and you're in the outfield, you will look at the ball with your eyes and run to catch it. I don't like this following a spot on the ground stuff. Sure, it's easier, but it just, and the camera right here is too far back. Like, it needs to be like this, up close.
That's lifted the other way out to.
See, look at this. I can't even see the ball. I'm looking at a spot on the ground.
And that'll retire.
It's weird.
3 up, 3.
All right, here we go. Let's focus up.
For Atlanta.
Let's focus up here.
Lewis, he'll get to take his first cuts here. He'll start the second with a curveball that's taken here for ball 1. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Pitch.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last.
Nasty curve.
Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
Grimm has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball.
Oh.
Really limits that. And this will ricochet off of him.
Safe. I had to hold down R1 to see where the catcher was with that ball. Otherwise, it would have just showed my player running, and it'd been a guessing game if I made it to the base or not.
This right here on this replay, he just simply outruns the white rabbit. He just outruns the baseball.
It's beautiful to watch. You know why? Because this is the one tool.
Lonnie Chisenhall.
You can take countless ground balls. You can hit till your hands.
I did notice in my Road to the Show team, we signed Chris Sales. And I got to hold down R1.
This is pulled into right. Valdez.
Oh, gosh.
And now.
Look, see, camera's so disorienting.
Now a throw to first, doubles up.
Because it doesn't follow the ball, it just sticks to your player, so you don't know where the ball is.
Hole hitter, Derek Lewis.
And the crazy thing was, when I went to steal, I held down R1 so I could watch the ball, but when he hit it,
First pitch to him.
it defaulted back to the behind my player camera angle.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive.
It is almost 4 o'clock. I got to finish watching NXT from last night so I can be ready for WrestleMania.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Lozano.
Come on, ball.
Track. And that's the second out of the inning.
Again, seeing that camera angle, you don't get to see where the ball is in the sky. You just have to watch the players on the field move to just get an idea of where you hit it.
And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with the runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down. So
all right.
This one they've had.
Let's just go power swing. I rarely do power swing, but let's just go power swing.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
This is the big.
This dynamic PCI is completely new this year,
He's a guy that counted.
and a lot of people may not figure it out.
So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
Valdez is there to put it away for route number 1.
Power versus righty. I got a solid hit and used the power swing, but my power versus righty went down. Like, why? If I get a solid hit, I mean, just because it was an out doesn't mean it was
Here's the delivery.
a bad swing.
Up here misses off the corner to start him out.
They need to kind of fine-tune the gain system
Hit pretty much
a little bit more.
It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a big time for that.
Popped him up.
Yeah, see, hitting is a lot more challenging this year, especially if you play on All-Star.
Ready once again, Derek Lewis. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. Missed with a slider. 2 out with the possible goal.
Oh, we're in extra innings, guys. Extra innings, top of the 10th. 3-3, 2 outs.
Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour.
Let's try to have a hero moment here.
The 1-1 pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
Solid hit, you can non-pop up. You can probably have a solid hit and still pop it up. But it's, you know, it's they tweaked hitting this year again. You think the Braves will go to the playoffs, or do you think they will win the division? The Braves seem to always win their division.
Inside on him.
It seems like they always do that.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just a bit. Ball 3.
Well, this has been a good at-bat. He's now worked to count 4.
But they did say they tweaked that screen too, where it shows like your contact and your timing. It can say good for both, and you can still hit it and get an out.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And the payoff pitch is chopped out at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2.
So 3-2.
2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first.
Here you go. Touch up for us here. Hey, right guy, right spot.
And he strikes him
Oh my!
with 3. So after a scoreless top.
Golly.
So a big spot here, and stepping in, Solomon Lozano, as he'll hit with the
Bottom of the 11th.
3rd and 2 away. The 0-1. Pulled
Nope, didn't have to move. Look at that.
to left field. Lewis
But where I can't even see the ball. All I can see is a big old icon on the ground.
is left stranded. Next will be
Man, 1 for 5.
Derek Lewis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Here's the first pitch. Couldn't quite hold back.
Why did he not swing all the way? I pushed the button. You see, he just did a half swing and didn't even follow through. What is going on here?
We'll go ahead run at first.
And it was swing time. It was just early. It wasn't like I was very early. Why did he do that?
Right guy, right place. Here we go.
And that's inside off the plate
And
with
that
the
wasn't
fastball.
a
It's
four-seamer
1-1.
movement either. That ball
And think
trailed
about
towards
it.
the
In
inside. That
game
was a
1 of this
two-seamer
series,
movement.
they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now.
He is throwing all kind of pitches. I can't even get a read on what he's going to do next.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think
Curveball had a lot of movement on it.
to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
And they're working the outer half here, but
Hey, there we go.
for ball.
Working ourselves into another full count. See, I got the patience. I know how to read these pitches. It's the hitting results.
2 pitch. And he
There we go. We'll take a walk. It's those hitting results, man, that
moves into scoring position now.
that are just
And I think this
kind of questionable sometimes.
bit, he just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Lonnie Chisenhall.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw to first is going to be in time, and the Braves wrap up short as that's out.
This guy.
3. 2 left.
Hey, here we go.
This is crazy. What inning is this game in now?
Lewis.
14th inning. Oh, we're up by 1. Okay, cool. And this is a power swing moment. We got a runner on third. Definitely a power swing moment.
Here's the first offering. And a fastball just below.
So there are certain situations that you can be in where doing a power swing is acceptable. This is one where you have 1 out or less. You got a runner on third. You want to try to push something to the outfield.
He's well aware.
That's fine.
Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game.
That is where you want to start using your power swing, especially if you got a player that has some decent power.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already.
And that's what we're hopefully going to try to do here.
Strike zone.
See if I can get something in the outfield and get that runner on third home.
Here's a line drive into center field.
There we go.
Base hit. In to score is the runner from third, and they've added another to their late
Oh, here we go with this.
extra innings. And they will tag him out between first and second. So
all right, well, we got to run in.
We're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hopefully.
All right, we win. That was an interesting latter half of that game.
14th and hung on for the road win in the bottom of the 14th. That's a real team builder right there.
5-3.
Oh no, they still got the dab animation in. They should have took that out.
Claims the win out of the pen, his first.
They should have took that out.
Wraps it up for the save, his 5th of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 5-1.
2 singles, pop fly, 1 strikeout. So attribute increase, decrease, progressed. Power goes down. Whatever. Position. Jaw. Let's see. No. Square. Have I tried to make a batting stance yet? Well, I tweaked my current batting stance. Hold on. Yeah, I tweaked my current one. Let's see. Hit player. So yeah, in here. So I guess the batting stance I use. A lot of people want to know which one I use. So it's whoever Efren Navarro is. I use his batting stance, but I did tweak some of the settings to it because he holds his bat up a little bit higher. Myself in real life, my bat is more of a. My back elbow is kind of level, kind of parallel to the ground, but the bat I don't hold it way up in the air. I mean, I guess I could. And it's really I couldn't even do much with this anyway. Yeah, I guess that's probably me a little bit more up in the air. Yeah, that's probably me. I wish they added an option to the creator to also your head. Like I think my chin is up a little bit higher than that. But I mean, what they did is a really good first step. And I think my leg width is probably about right. Yeah, let's see. My front foot, I would like it more in. Let's see. Yeah, actually, this is probably more my stance because my front foot doesn't stick out. It's not away from the plate more than my back foot is. It's actually a little bit more. I'm kind of angled in towards the plate. Oh no. You're the best player on this game. I don't know about in real life. Yeah, you don't know me in real life. My baseball days are behind me. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, he's done went through some changes throughout the games because I created my player. I think it was 15 MLB 15 the show, I believe, when we could start carrying our saves over. And of course, each year when they put a new game out, they also kind of upgrade the graphics in the game and the player models themselves. So your character always looks a little bit different each game because they have new textures and stuff like that. and they kind of just refine their skin tones and eyes and all that stuff. So Philly's got a 1.5 game lead on us. Philly's got a 1.5 game lead on us. Oh, sorry. What time does WrestleMania come on? Is it 5 o'clock Central?
We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crowds.
All right, well, let's try to put it on these Cubs this time. I do like the haze or the fog that they've added.
He had a couple of hits.
Looks pretty cool.
Contest.
I like how you can hear the thunder in the background too, especially if you use headphones. It sounds really good.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play,
I haven't had a game get rain delayed yet.
Exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just
Oh, man, I shouldn't have swung at that.
over this clubhouse, we had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
Here's the 2-1 home. High and deep to right center.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
After it, but he won't get to it.
I'm going to hold R1 so I can keep track on the ball. That's a triple.
Right here, right here.
All right, stand up triple, baby.
He'll make it in safe.
That's how we do it.
Kicks off the second with a leadoff triple.
Yeah, and after that one, it looks like the first run of the game could be coming pretty soon. He got a pitch that he liked, and he roped it to the outfield.
Yeah, that was a good.
And he showed the speed necessary to make it all the way around to third.
Evan Gaddis now standing.
Come on, Evan.
Hoping to stay hot.
No outs.
Hits, including a home run yesterday.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What inning are we in? Is it still the first? Oh, second. Okay, never mind. I was about to say.
Ballard.
Hold R1 so I can see where the ball is.
There you go. Be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ball game.
Really good team.
I hate bunting in this game, man, because in last year's game they tweaked bunting because of how people abuse it online, and they said it wouldn't affect offline, but it seems like they did. Like when you bunt, the ball travels ridiculously fast to an opposing player. It's crazy. Like, it's hard to get a good bunt in this game.
It's coming. Here it is. There's a strike.
I was messing around with bunting last night, and it's like every time I bunted,
I
even bunted with a pitcher that had 86 bunt, and every time I bunted, it would zoom to the first baseman. Like, it was ridiculous. It's too unreal. It's not realistic enough for me. It just seems way too cheesy unless you really expect your player to bunt.
Can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Unless you're really a player that wants to bunt and you got your player built that way he's a good bunter.
Play ball.
It may work that way, but man, it's crazy how fast they make the ball jump off the bat when you bunt.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now.
Thank you for subscribing and liking, man. Appreciate that.
3 balls and a strike to the Braves left fielder.
3 balls and a strike. See, that's that patience right there.
He knows this
All right,
struggling offense.
let's go power swing right here and see what happens.
Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
Swing and a little tap.
That was too early. Was I too early on that? Well, just early.
The 3-2 pitch. Locks him up for strike.
Oh, you kidding me? That is crazy, man.
So a crucial moment here and standing.
Look at that last at bat. Look at that pitch number 6.
So representing the possible go-ahead run. Here's the first pitch to him.
Any other time they would call that a ball.
Just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
See, look at that. And that's a ball, but it was like even closer. It was more in the strike zone than that last pitch from my last at bat. the consistency, man. And they like umpires have their own strike zone. Well, that's cool, but they need to be consistent with what they call. Like I could see if one umpire calls pitches like that balls and the other one calls them strikes, but when you have the same ump calling one a ball and one a strike,
Damage on your mind.
it's weird.
A runner at first with no outs here. Hit hard towards center.
That's a good hit.
In there, a base.
Good hit.
Get dirty, get dirty, get dirty.
And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, are you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
All right.
You're so concerned about it on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around.
I got to hold R1 again.
I was concerned about
That's
getting
easy.
the
Not nearly in time as he took that one on the pitcher. So they can't get the...
Had I not held down R1, you guys would have never seen that catcher throw the ball and how close it would have been for me to steal that base.
Digging in once again, Andrelton Simmons, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third.
Don't be afraid. Let it fly one time.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the
They intentionally walk Andrelton?
the intentional walk. And
They intentionally walk somebody to load the bases.
so a big moment here. Standing in, Milo Masters, as he'll do his best to bring home the go-ahead run from third, 90 feet away. The 3-1 hit sharply on the ground to the left, and he will deliver.
Okay, I'm holding R1, otherwise you guys will not see this angle. There we go.
At the plate, and they've taken
Good play.
the lead here in the seventh.
See, that's the kind of camera angle you need to see on a play like that, not just me running.
one D-roll. That base hit drives in two. That's a huge base hit.
What a
That
moment.
was a good hit by Milo.
B right there.
All right,
Digging in and looking for more.
single, triple, doing pretty good this game.
Last time up.
Two outs. We're up by one though.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In the dirt, and now let's see. And it's not in time as he's
There we go.
ahead of the throw. And he'll make it into scoring position here with two away, as that'll be scored.
There we go. We got a run in scoring position.
Have really
Oh, he's walking me now.
hurry. He gives up a
Wow.
single, then he throws a wild pitch to put him in
This coach.
position. He basically just threw it.
I mean, I can understand walking me.
Well, they felt it was better to take
darn.
the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous.
I don't know what the difference would have been.
Take their chances.
Now that we had somebody on second as opposed to first, I mean, you still end up with the same result.
Coming into this at-bat, so
Come on, Evan.
he's been riding is on the line.
Don't sleep on Evan, though, man. He's
Up in the double digits with it.
Evan is
To keep it going as long as possible.
pretty savvy.
Very well could be the last chance to do that.
Ground
Look at that.
hard down the first baseline. And the two-out threat will not. Says the inning is over. A couple
Do I have any tips for zone hitting? Oh man, yeah.
on this Saturday.
Actually, I have a video that I did last year for zone hitting, and the concept is still the same, but I'm going to be doing a new one this year for this game. But yeah, if you go to my
Going to that bullpen quite a bit.
to my videos on my channel,
Going to combine to finish
on my page, and type in zone hitting
Tonight's game
or PCI hitting,
jumped ahead in the seventh inning.
you should be able to
Luis Urbina.
you'll be able to see that video, and it gives you. I did it live too, so it was like no edited stuff to make you think that
Here this season.
it's working when it's not. It was all done live on camera,
A special
and it was amazing. So,
for more follow
but I will kind of give you an overview of it.
the show.
The final line.
So what I do when I zone hit, I keep my PCI right in the middle of the strike zone. I never move it until the opposing pitcher throws the first strike, or until I swing at a pitch.
From Wrigley,
After that,
Chicago, today
I then try to move it into the hot zones of the batter.
between the Atlanta Braves
That will kind of vary depending on the hitter that you're using, where their hot zones are.
right now.
And then sometimes you just have to kind of look and see how they're pitching to you, and going from there. So I'll give you an example on my first at bat.
It's the man towing the rubber for the Cubs
All right.
in this one. What do we need to know here?
Getting that average back up a little bit. So I keep my piece set right in the middle. I don't like move it like to a different spot. I keep it in the middle, waiting for him to throw the first strike.
And that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of...
The reason I do this is because, for one, as a player, it teaches you patience at the plate.
In this one,
Far too often, because it's a video game, we want to swing at everything that comes across the plate because it's a video game and we want to make action. We want to create the action. You got to be patient in baseball.
That's inside.
See? Normally, people probably would have swung at that pitch just because it looked like it was going to be a strike. But until you commit, until a pitch either coming right down the middle or the first strike is thrown, don't swing.
Outside, 3-0 now.
And I'm hitting on all-star right now, so it's not on veteran or rookie. I'm hitting on all-star.
Something over the heart of
So now I got a 3-0 count. He has to throw a strike, and I never swing on a 3-0 count. I don't care if it's straight down the middle. I just never swing on him.
3 balls and a strike to the Braves.
All right, so now I'm ready. It's still a hitter's count with a 3-1 count, and I would anticipate him throwing something sort of in the middle of the strike zone.
Popped him up.
I got under it. Got way. I don't think I got under it that much.
The side.
You know, but that's what the game said, that I got way under that pitch.
Cubbies will get there for.
But let me see. If you hold R2, you can see where that last pitch was thrown. Okay, the last pitch was thrown that I swung at, pitch number 5. It was right in the middle of the strike zone. How I just popped it straight up, I have no idea.
Woods. Here's the first pitch.
All right, so he's thrown the first strike.
Yeah, the range.
So now I'm going to dial in. My hot zones are down here. Pretty solid hot zones. So I'm going to put it down a little bit right here.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining.
And this is where I focus.
Make sure you don't step in a pool. I think
this is my spot that I focus on. Now my strategy is going to change a little bit because I'm in a pitcher's count, 0-2. You want to use circle as your contact swing. It opens up your PCI, makes it much larger. So I'm using circle now to swing.
A little bouncer, but that one,
which helped me hit that circle change right there. By default, I'm always using X to swing, which is a normal swing. Circle swing again for contact.
The next 0-2 misses for ball 1.
All right, so once I get like a 1-2 count, I can continue with the circle swing, but I'm gonna go back to a normal swing because I got a pretty decent PCI because I'm a good hitter.
Change his speed there, but it's...
And definitely at this point, I would go back to a normal swing if I was on with anybody I was hitting with. I would go normal swing now at an even count.
To be aggressive with what he thinks is his best pitch right now.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now a swing and a chopper foul. Right.
But as you can see with my strategy here, I mean, you're getting into some deep counts, and over the course of a game, you're going to make the pitcher throw a lot of pitches, and then he's going to get tired, and then he's not going to have a lot of break and a lot of speed on his pitches anymore.
One more time. Doesn't get the zone.
He's not going to have a lot of movement on his pitches, and it'd be easier for you to identify him, and you can get better contact on him.
But you gotta find.
So my strategy is really to help you long term. Like, you can definitely get good at bats, but over the course of a game, you're going to dominate because.
Stand up, fly ball out to straight.
I swear, I definitely went under that one. That was my bad. But over the course of a game, you'll beat a pitcher up because he's throwing so many pitches per at bat. So that's my strategy right there. That's how you
once again, Derek Lewis
approach it when you're doing zone hitting.
First pitch of the at bat on its way, and there's a pitch that just missed.
See, probably for you,
no runs.
You know, you'll probably do a lot better than I'm doing them because you'll be focusing rather than also reading chat and trying to explain. Am I just doing a road to the show? Probably for now, because I'm going to get off in a little bit because I need to kind of catch up on some things before WrestleMania comes on.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. LeMahieu's got it.
So yeah, I was just going to do a little quick road to the show stream.
Down in order.
Just mess around. Chat with you guys.
Stepping in for the Braves, Derek Lewis.
All right, so here's another strategy. I mean, this is what I don't do. I just stay with the hot zones from the very beginning.
England.
And this may be a little more difficult depending on the hitter, because some hitters don't have a big strike zone. I mean, a hot zone.
And that one just.
Some hitters may have only one red hot zone, and it could be in the top right corner but you know you're not going to get a lot of pitches there. So it's kind of like you got to really be careful. And the new layer this year, the dynamic PCI that I'm using, which, you know, you can tell that some parts of the border are thicker than the others. If you have a power hitter, the top of the board is going to be thick, as you can see. If you have a contact hitter, the bottom is going to be thicker. It's just to let you know what type of hitter you have.
Line drive to center.
Yeah, good hit.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
But yeah, so the video that I'm going to have, it's going to talk about the dynamic PCI. I'm putting it together now. It's going to talk about the dynamic PCI, how you should use it to your advantage, and all that good stuff. So I hope to get that out by the end of this week.
Both him and the base runner to take.
Depending on I get some time to really work on it and edit it.
Struggling right now to get guys in scoring position.
Ready for another chance? Freddie Freeman. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing.
All right, so this is a camera. Walker.
And no.
Oh, he struck him out. Oh, okay.
He'll just hang on to it.
Wow,
I didn't know it. Couldn't see him.
The pitch before was really close.
But at least he gave me the steal.
He comes back with a better
Freddie.
and gets the punch out.
Stepping in and ready for another.
Come on, Milo.
Milo Masters, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game.
He's walking Milo?
Equalizing run just 90.
Man, these intentional walks are kind of crazy.
3-0, they won't even bother throwing another pitch, as they'll just go ahead and put him aboard here.
It seems like we're only getting intentional walks to make it a full, you know, bases loaded situation, which is weird.
Digging in to try it again.
What's up, Indian lovers? Thanks for joining the stream. Welcome. Your first stream.
Go ahead runs on base.
Everybody show Indian some love. His first stream.
High
Hold R1. I'm not gonna do it. Oh.
Racing back. The tying run scored.
There we go. Scoring some runs, baby.
And a big insurance run comes around to score from first. It's now 3-1.
All right.
Here's Starlin Castro.
Bottom of the ninth. We're putting we've made a nice little comeback here.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Lewis on the move. He's there and records the first out.
There we go. Arm accuracy, okay. All that good stuff. I do like how you can see your players kind of shiny because they're getting wet when it's raining.
The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Now a swing, and
I can get up there.
And this should do it. He brings it.
There we go. Good game. Good game.
The fourth consecutive victory here as this game is over.
Yeah, and that's just a punch to the gut of the home fans as they watch.
Yeah, we closed it out on the win.
Top of the ninth. Then they can't.
Don't doubt. Oh, Michael Jackson. Okay.
For the loss.
And the score finishes 4-1 today. The Atlanta Braves put up 4 runs in the ninth.
All right.
Carry them to the victory. Luis Urbina earns his
1 for 4
the year in relief.
So yeah, I definitely believe that Sony San Diego, they tweaked the hitting. Is not as forgiving as it used to be in previous games. Roll to the show, to where you could sometimes on a consistent basis get 4 out of 5. You go 4 for 5 in a game, hit 2-3 home runs in a game. You know, over a course of maybe 10 games, you can probably hit about 5 to 6 home runs. It's just now they've really kind of tweaked it to where you're going to get more realistic stats for a game, which that's fine, but I don't want to feel like I'm also being cheated at the same time. So you see I got a lot of regressions. Again, it's because of my archetype I chose. My players' stats by default when I imported them over were higher than the cap. So of course, no matter what I do in game, I'm going to continuously regress until I fit within the cap, which sucks. It's like you see, plate discipline. I already reached the cap in plate discipline. So it's not going to give me like I'm not going to get a change. I can still get all these plate discipline, gains, but it's not going to change for me. I don't even know what the cap is for this stuff, though. It doesn't even show me what my cap is for the fielding. But There he is, and I do have a player. Oh, we must be flying back home. We're on the plane now. I've kind of, look at me in the back, knocked out. With my little like sweater thing on. One thing I would encourage you guys to, well, I'm not going to encourage you guys to do it, but one thing I have done, at least not in my road to the show yet, but like when I'm doing play now on the sliders, I found the game to be a little more oh, it did adjust. Okay, right here, fielder run speed. I feel that I dropped it down by 2, fielder run speed and reaction, because the outfielders and the infielders, they get like a boost in speed to get to a certain spot, and you don't get as many dynamic hits, like base hits, as you would have gotten, or like the balls. They always track down balls that would normally should be over their head. So if you adjust their game speed a little bit, and this affects you as well, so it's not just like a nerf to the computer, it's also to your players. And then arm strength has always been an issue. They throw the ball way too fast. So I would suggest looking at these two. Really, these two are the main ones, the run speed. They still run at a decent speed, but it's not as unrealistic as it is by default. At 5, they just run way too fast. Like, they'll start out, they make their first step may be realistic, but then they'll just like get this like crazy boost in speed. Like, it's just because the game is speeding them up. So put that at 3, put those at 4. Everything else you can leave at 5. I haven't adjusted anything else. Nothing with the hitting, just with that fielding right there. And that affects computer and user. All right. Well, guys, I think that is going to be it for this stream. I got to get ready. I got to catch up on some programming. I got to finish watching NXT from last night. I just finished the first match. Was the 6-man match for the NXT North America title. Was awesome. And now I'm about to watch Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler for that title. I already know who won that match, but I'm still going to watch it. And then by the time I'm done with that, I'm going to go right into WrestleMania. So I will see you guys. Hopefully I can stream tomorrow. I'm going to start streaming a little more frequently now. I think I got a pretty good setup that I got. So I will see you tomorrow. But yeah, check out that video. Emperor Llama. Check that video out on my channel. It's called Zone MLB The Show Zone Hitting, live zone hitting tutorial, something like that. And you should be able to find that, and hopefully it can help you out, give you some tips. All right, guys. Till the next video, I will see you guys in my next live stream. I'm Mr. Lux, aka the Merry Gamer, and I'm out. Peace.